Dustin, Dustin, do you have any big OSU Iowa memories before you got here? Did you come up any duels? Anything
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, absolutely. Of course, the one that really sticks out is the pitching in E-Pin a couple of years ago. That's probably the most memorable experience I have. That, and then Chandler Rogers got to pin that duel too, and celebration was really cool. So.
You're further down the lineup, but when a duel starts, fall,
Mm-hmm.
does that momentum roll all the way down to 184?
Oh, absolutely. It was crazy. You know, we ran back in the locker room, and I swear it felt like 5 minutes went by, and they're like, "Hey, 149's up." I was like, "Oh, I got to start getting warmed up." Like, this happened quick. So it's always great to get that start going and to get that momentum going early, and yeah, it's a good duel.
Was it kind of fun? Because this place was back to the way you want it
Oh,
last Sunday.
Yeah, no, it was incredible. A lot of my teammates have talked about it. That's the most packed Gallagher's been, I think, in my career. So when we first ran out, I was like, man, this is going to be really cool. So it's awesome.
What do you remember about the pitching in your pen?
Oh, I think that's probably the loudest I've heard Gallagher. The place just blew up and went crazy.
So you were here?
Yeah.
Where are we sitting at?
I don't know. Probably where we're at now, like, it's hard to explain, like directly up. Yeah.
There was like a moment where everybody kind of gasps because they see him locking the cradle.
Yeah.
Well, he was on the edge of the bat. Kind of take me through how you saw it all.
I saw him in on the leg, and then, as you said, he kind of locked up the cradle, and there's kind of, a sudden uproar because a lot of people saw that, knew that was a scoring position. Then when he went to his, he took him to his back, the place was kind of just deafening.
Were you already committed to OSU by then?
I don't know if I was committed yet, or I don't know if I was or not at that point.
From your perspective, just being a fan of the sport, how big is the OSU Iowa duel and the rivalry going back?
It's really big. Two of the greatest college sport programs, regardless of sport, going head to head. And there's been a lot of great matches, and going to be another one this year. So I'm really grateful to be a part of one of those battles, and hopefully things go well.
He's going into his last home duel.
Mm-hmm.
I thought when he came in, 2020?
Oh, yeah.
What was your first impression of him?
Good. Dayton's always been a great teammate. He's kind of a quiet guy, can be a little more reserved, but he's always been a great leader in the room, especially by example. Phenomenal wrestler and great guy.
And he's talked about how he's been wanting to go into coaching, and knowing him for as long as you have, do you think he'll transition well into that role?
Yeah, I think so. He knows a lot of skill, a lot of wrestling, and I think he'll be a great coach.
What have some of the young guys, particularly the freshmen, shown you this season?
I'll say they're a lot more composed than what I was as a freshman. I was kind of really up and down, just emotionally. I'd win a couple matches, and I'm like, oh man, like I'm gonna win a national title, and then I get beat, and it's maybe I don't need to be in college wrestling. And they stay. They're all very even keel, know what they need to do, know what they need to get done, and all really mentally mature for their age, I think.
Isaac was telling us that it feels like he's been on this team longer than he has. Do you kind of feel that he's been around?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Isaac's he's definitely one of us. Fit in great, and this year we've been real close as a team. And I think that's helped.
What did you know about him before he got here?
Not a lot. Whenever I heard he committed, I started looking stuff up, of course, and he's from Bakersfield, California, I was actually born there. Mm-hmm. And so he kind of gave a talking point for when he got here, of course, but didn't know a whole lot.
So how old were you when you came here? How old were you when you got to Oklahoma?
I was like 4 or 5. I don't really remember anything from California. Don't really claim it much, but it's kind of crazy. I got 2 teammates here from Bakersfield, and so my dad knows a lot more about the history and all that stuff.
Is Bakersfield a wrestling city, or is it?
I don't know a lot about it, man. I'm not sure. I think Isaac could probably answer that question a little better, or Andrew, but I don't know much.
All right, so 2 years ago, no teeth. Last year, teeth. And we're back to no teeth now?
Yeah, so I had implants put in, and they failed, and they didn't really know if it was from my body just rejecting them or getting hit in the face a lot with wrestling. And so now I'm just going to ride it out till I'm done competing and get them put back in, so I'm not just redoing the process every year.
What's the most difficult part of not having teeth?
Girlfriend nagging.
Okay.
No,
Not eating or anything like that?
Yeah, no, there's some challenges like pasta, spaghetti noodles. You can't really like slurp them up, so it's like gotta have them all rolled up on your fork. So
Thanks, Doug.
thank you guys.